It's Jade Bird inside Studio J. I'm Chris Edge. I'm so excited to have you here, Jade.
Yeah, me too.
Welcome.
So excited to be back. Yeah.
We were just chatting about your efforts to get out of bed.
Yeah, or my lack of
Your
effort.
lack of.
Yes.
Loving the snooze alarm.
Yes. We were just trying to add up because I do a 10-minute interval, but I can do it for up to 2 hours. So as 20 times I've pressed it, it's all in there.
Yeah,
it's the reason I'm so tired. Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe we would go back a little bit first and share with folks your beginnings. You started playing guitar at 13, right?
Yeah, it would have been about 13. I played piano before that, but when I found the guitar, it felt like everything fell into place.
Yeah. How did that happen?
So my grandma had an old guitar that she was kind of taking lessons on, but I don't think she ever really got past the first stages, bless her. And then my old stepdad, he used to play, and I found that pretty, I don't know, I remember finding it just fascinating and the whole instrument. So I took it up and learnt from a little Oasis chord book after everyone was done with it,
Yeah, and did you go to school for music?
Not really. At 16, I went to they call it a state school. I think it's the same private state sector here, and there's all music institutions are pretty much private in the UK, which don't think it's great. But there's one state-funded school that's called the Brit School. So at 16, my mum made the jump with me to London, and I went to school for 2 years there. Yeah. But it's not classical or anything like that, but does specialize in music.
Yeah, art focused.
Kind of. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And did I read this right? Tell me if this could be a rumor.
Okay.
Did you record a 13-track demo in the bathroom?
Yeah, that was very, very early on. I would have done that with a friend to get the first bits. Probably, like I said, that was 15. And then when I met my managers, I did it again properly when I was 18. 18 tracks too. So, yeah.
Because bathrooms sound amazing.
They actually
really do.
Well, some of them do, don't they? They have the natural
really
reverb and, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. So how did you get discovered then? How did you make that leap to being able to do this professionally?
Yeah, so I started gigging about 14. That was when I could switch from competitions, because the only opportunity to play before then, because I was so young, was competitions. And to be totally honest with you, they were so demoralizing. Because I was playing sad songs, I was a sad little kid. So I was playing them and they would just be like, really confused. Like, what is this? We're going to go with the, ABBA cover to be the winner and you're losing, kid. So I would sort of be like crying after these competitions, but then just gigged flat out. And when I was 18, I was in a blues bar and a lawyer found me. Very exciting, that part of the story.
Well, it is. I mean, you're just in there doing your thing, and somebody came in and said, "Hey,
exactly,
I'd like to talk to you."
And it's a small world in the UK. So then that followed by me and someone else.
Yeah. All right. So let's fast forward.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your third album.
Yes, I am. It's crazy.
So I feel like we should talk about love.
Yes, we should.
The album is Who Wants to Talk About Love. Mm-hmm. It is deeply personal for you.
Very.
Yeah,
very.
I mean, every song is about some moment in your life or some person or some situation. Tell us about the new album.
Yeah, so in my 20s, I was in a relationship with someone who was in my band, and, for 5 years we were touring the world ultimately together, but the relationship kind of fell apart midway through. And for 2 or 3 years of my life, I was dealing with that. And then also really examining, what was making these songs I'd written up till then. And a lot of it's family based. I'm a child of divorce. Both my parents and grandparents are divorced. Yeah. So I started to examine all these patterns that were already in my songs, as well as going through quite literal, like a life crisis. So yeah, it all made it into this record.
How quickly did you write the songs? Was it over the course of years?
Years, yeah, this one. I just felt like I had a huge change to make almost before returning to who I was before it, if you know what I'm saying. So it's just a lot of exploration in that way.
What's interesting about the album is that it includes a song that I think you started writing when you were 16.
Yeah.
How did you find that? You just kept it? You had it?
It was one in the archive, and I didn't have an album title for the longest time. I didn't know how to summarize it. And then my managers actually were like, "Do you remember this song?" And I listened to it and I was like, wow, this is just the summary of everything, because when I wrote it at 16, I was writing it from my mum and my grandma's position, watching them and their marriages kind of fall stale, and then I felt so like it resonated with me now at 26. So yeah, it was a real finishing of the cycle.
Was it good? the recording?
You know, I've got my voice is sort of down by like 3 tones now. It's so interesting how your voice evolves. So it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But I kind of love it. I love the imperfections of it. Yeah.
Is it the same song? Did you make any changes to it or no?
I tried to rewrite it and it just didn't. I couldn't. I'd sung it as I had originally wrote it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it like? You've put all these feelings and these experiences into this album, and now you're going to go out and you're performing it on the road.
Yeah.
What's that feel like? Is it a release for you in some way?
Yeah, it's tremendously like cathartic. It's also, I thought some parts would get easier, but as is life, you feel repeats of things that aren't necessarily nice. So I have this song about my dad that I finished the record with.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, Wish You Well. It's about forgiveness, and I expected that song to make it easier, and then found myself being like, "Oh, it's still not fixed. It's still not fixed. Time is going," and so it gets a little bit harder. But that's kind of it's beautiful in its own way, I think.
Was there any reservation about putting that album together, being so personal? I mean, you really were just letting yourself out.
You know, it came from a conversation with my mum. I put out this song that I wrote on my second record called Houdini that was again about my dad, and I just felt people were missing the message because I wasn't being obvious. So it was Jade, is broken up with a boyfriend again, and I just felt like I needed to say a bit more to allow people into these kind of spaces, because the amount of people who've come up to me after a show about that specific song, Wish You Well, that makes it very worth it for me, very worth sharing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was, my mum was kind of like, Jade, just be a bit more honest.
Yeah.
And
you did.
It's kind of our job, isn't it?
It is, and it's a terrific album.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
What's next? Are you just starting this tour?
I am.
It feels like there's a lot to go, right?
I feel like I'm 3 weeks in, but in actuality, it's show 2. Yeah.
You really are just getting started.
Yeah.
I see you're headed up east. You've got shows in Canada, across the U.S., over to Europe. Any particular part of the tour you're most excited about? Do you have a part of the country or the part of the world you like playing in?
Honestly, the South, everyone is so kind of friendly and hospitable. I do love it. And I love all the places that time's kind of forgotten, little places like that, little shops. So I do love touring the South. And like you said, now we're thinking about it, Montreal with Tom Odell. That'll be a good show.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
So great having you in.
Thank you.
Good luck. I was going to ask you about your next album, but it feels way too soon.
No, it's not. It's coming.
It's not?
No, because I took so long on this one.
Oh, my.
And now I'm writing songs that I'm actually more excited about.
Oh.
So I'm like, let's go.
Well, what's the timeline? Can you share that or no?
Well, it's a good question, but we're halfway there. So hopefully the second half just doesn't take too long.
So does that mean that the songs are done? You're just in the process of recording and producing?
If I was thinking about it, I think we've got like 6 songs done.
Wow.
So quite literally, I just need to write the second half.
It never ends.
It doesn't.
It never ends.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you, Chris.
We'll see you at Kings tonight. Thanks for coming in.
Of course.